I'm going to take over the worst club in England with the goal of winning them the Champions League. But the question is, who is the worst club in the country? Well, if we take a look at the League 2 table, Morecambe are sitting in dead last, in danger of not existing in FC 26. So challenge accepted, as I only have the next 10 seasons to make the worst English team Champions League winners. And this is the Morecambe team we do have that I'm taking over with, and to be honest, this is the worst team I've ever used. And there isn't even a single player with decent potential in this team. However, there is Reece Williams, who's here on loan. Maybe we can bring him in on a permanent. But that is going to be difficult because we literally only have 1 million to spend on transfers. However, there is something I need to tell you. The wheel will be dictating what type of transfers I will be making every single season. So we do only have 1 million. Let's see what the wheel is going to give us this season. And it is going to be only signed players age 30. That is the worst thing we could have gotten at the very beginning. So if we go ahead and take a look at this team, literally everything needs improvements. The wheel has made this so much harder. But because we are in League 2, we're only allowed to make 2 transfers per season. But as we climb up the leagues in the English division, that will change. So with only 1 million and 2 transfers to make, I think for sure we need a goalkeeper because they don't really decrease as much as outfield players. And to be honest, if we ever want to get out of this league, I think we also need a striker. Hopefully, we can find somebody at exactly 30 years old. However, I'm going to be very strategic. Before I sign any players, I must sell all of these players that we're not going to use and hopefully make a little bit more money. And before we sell the players, I want to let you guys know that I am not allowed to use the youth academy because that will make this even easier. And I want to make this as hard as possible. And to be honest, we sold some players, but our budget did not change, man. And the first out of 2 signings we are making is actually a free agent. Both of these signings are free agents. It's Richard Ofori, 30 years old, 71 overall. To be honest, the wheel really did us dirty this season and we can't really get anybody exciting. But I think he is going to do a decent job with us here at Morecambe. And for my second signing is another free agent. I actually decided against signing a striker and instead went for ex-Chelsea player Kenneth Omeru. At 30 years old, center backs start decreasing around 33, so maybe he could be good for us for the next 3 seasons. So this is what our final team is looking like. It is a huge improvement, specifically on the defense, but obviously, I just know with these 2 new signings, we are not gonna finish dead last. And we have reached the end of the season and somehow have promoted to League 1. As excited as I am to be in the brand new division, I'm not even sure if we're ready to survive League 1. But with 89 points, we've at least promoted to the next division. And to be honest, we did have 2 top goal scorers in Jed Gardner and Callum Cook. I think Jed Gardner is only here on loan. That's not good. So as we do win our first trophy, this Cook guy who doesn't have a face won the player of the season. He might have some decent potential. And in the team of the season, only that Cook guy really made it. And this is what our team is looking like at the end of the season. Our goalkeeper did decrease to a 70, while Omeru also went down by 1. This is Cook. I gave him a mini face, by the way, so we can at least look at something. Jones did grow quite a little bit. This guy seems to have a decent potential. And of course, so does Williams, but he's only here on loan. And this is what the stats are looking like. And of course, Jones is only here on loan. I didn't even know that. But to be honest, nothing to be excited about other than the prospect of maybe having more money next season. As much as we improved, I feel like the wheel did us completely dirty this season. And in the next season, we have 5 million to spend. My dreams have come true. But remember, we can only sign 2 players, and of course that is dictated by the wheel. So the wheel is being spun. Please give me something good, nothing bad, no punishments here, and I can only sign players from London clubs. You know what? I will take that. And for 2.5 million, we are making our first signing in Jimmy Dunn, a right back who can also play center back from QPR. I think this is a great signing because he's 70 overall, still 27, and still has a lot of space to grow and could also eventually become our captain. And for 1.5 million, yet again, is another QPR player in Charlie Kilman. The American has some decent potential, and we finally have a striker that is going to be ours for the rest of time, unless we sell him, of course. And I think this is a great signing, as he can score a lot of goals in League 1. And for our third and final signing is ex-West Ham and Leeds United player in Sonny Perkins, 21 years old. I know he's only a 62 overall, but he has at least a potential of above 70, so that's kind of what we need at this club. Take advantage to sign some players that can actually grow. And of course, he was playing for Leyton Orient, who are a London club. And so this is what our squad is looking like for season number 2. It's just a huge improvement, especially Jimmy Dunn, the new captain, at a 72 overall. And Kilman and Sonny Perkins under the age of 24, I think will be in a good space by the time next season. And season 2 has come to an end, and it seems like we just missed out on playoffs, as playoffs is only 3rd to 6th by 4 points. You know what? That is a successful season, in my opinion. However, it seems like we had nobody in the top 5 goal scorers but this guy named Callum Cook. Who is this guy? 21 goals, but Charlie Kelman did do his job with 20. And in the team of the season, we only had Charlie Kelman. And this is what the team is looking like now. Charlie Kelman went up a +3 to a 69. Sonny Perkins went up from a 62 to a 65, another +3. This Charlie Cook guy went up to a 65. He is 29 years old though. I wish he was younger. But Jimmy Dunn went up a +3. I'm not sure if because we changed his position to center back or he had a potential of 75. But the good thing is our goalkeeper Ofori has maintained his overall. So that means we probably won't have to sign a keeper next season. 28 goals and 18 assists for Callum Cook. Who is this guy? I'm not sure. Maybe we should sell him or keep him for another season. Charlie Kelman, 26-1. Sonny Perkins, 14-8 assists. That is good. Even 9-7 for Jimmy Dunn, while these are the rest of the stats. I think it's another successful season. And in season number 3, we only got 3 million. I think that's due because we did not promote to the championship. So it's time to spin the wheel. We could get something good and something bad. So far, we've gotten one of each and use all your budget of one player. To be honest, I don't see this as a good thing because we need more players than we need one superstar. And before I reveal who we're signing, look at all the budget we are spending. We're giving this guy a bunch of money. That means we have spent all of our money on one player. So for 2.8 million plus all of the money we have in wages, we are signing Daniel Benny yet again, another Queen's Park Rangers player. He's a right midfielder, but we're gonna move him to the left mid, and I believe he's Australian, if not New Zealand. He has a decent amount of potential, I think close to 80, so that is a good signing. I just wish we didn't get this one because I wanted to sign 3 players. And this is what the squad is looking like now. We even have 2 players out on international duty, but Daniel Benny, just to confirm, is Australian. But let's see how the squad does now this season. And the season has come to an end, and we have finished in 8th place again, missing out on the playoffs. I'm kind of nervous because at this rate, we're never going to the Premier League and we're never gonna win the Champions League. But our new signing, Daniel Benny, was a top goal scorer in the league with 23 goals. And this time around, none of our team was in the team of the season. But our squad is improving. Charlie Kelman at a 73. That is incredible. If we sign the right players, we'll be promoting next season. Sonny Perkins also at a 70. Cook is still going up at a 67. I might have to cash in on him next season because he's already 30. We got Daniel Benny going up to a 72. We got Jimmy Dunn going up to a 76, already at 29. And Ofori is maintaining his rating. That is good. We still have a decent keeper. 23 goals and 8 assists for Benny. 21-1 for Kelman. 13-3 for Sonny Perkins. 6-14 for Callum Cook. His worst season as of yet. Here are the rest of the stats. Next year is going to be a big year that determines us if we're ever going to win the Champions League. But we are losing one of our best players next season, and Kenneth Amaru. He did his job, but he's retiring at the end of the season. Okay, we have arrived now in season number 4, and let's talk about our squad. We of course know that the wheel is going to dictate what type of players we sign or what happens to us in the transfer window, and we can only sign 3 players now. I did not sell a single player last year because I thought we were fine with this team, but I think this season I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Charlie Cook because whatever the wheel gives us, I know the money that we might get for him might be good. But because as of right now we can sign 3 players, I definitely think we could potentially sign a new goalkeeper, another center back to help Jimmy Dunn, and either a fullback or a replacement for Callum Cook, not Charlie. But it determines on what the wheel gives us. But before I spin the wheel, I'm gonna go ahead and sell these players. It's only fair because on the wheel there's an opportunity to double our budget or even decrease our budget in half, and I want to be as fair as possible. So we have sold our 3 players. Callum Cook did his duty here at the club and is now leaving to Germany for 3.2 million. That is going to help us a lot. He is a legend. And those sales have given us 7 million to spend. But before we move on, let's spin the wheel. And the wheel is being spun. The only thing I don't want is a decrease in our budget, and it's going to be I can only sign players from Manchester clubs. That is going to be difficult. All of them are really good. And our first signing is a goalkeeper, Nathan Baxter, coming from Bolton, who is a Manchester club according to ChatGPT, because I have no idea if it is. For 2.1 million, 71 overall, 28 years old. I think he still has a lot of time to grow with dynamic potential, could kick in at any point throughout his career here. And for 1.5 million, we are bringing in a Manchester United youngster, 22 years old now, Sonny Ajofri. I hope I said that right. 65 overall, but has some decent potential. Younger than Kenneth Amaru was last season, of course. Hopefully he grows because I think we need to get to the championship in the next 2 seasons if we want to win the Champions League. And for our third and final signing, we are bringing in somebody from Wigan Athletic. Like I said, I'm not too knowledgeable about Manchester clubs, Apparently, it is a match to side. Jensen Ryer, 67 overall, 25 years old. I hope he has some decent potential, but we just needed a center mid to replace Callum Cook, who left. So this is what the side is looking like to take on season number 4. I think we have a huge chance of going into the championship this season. Other than our fullbacks, I think our team is pretty good. And yes, we have done it at the end of season 4. We have promoted to the championship, finally going into season 5. And it seems like Daniel Benny was an incredible signing, back-to-back our top goal scorer, this time winning the Golden Boots. Our attack is incredible. And sadly this season, one of our players got the team of the season, and it's Fairclough, the guy who's been here forever. But this team is so ready for the championship. Charlie Kelman out of 76, Jensen Wire out of 70, Sonny Perkins out of 74, Daniel Benny, probably our best player right now, out of 75, Jimmy Dunn, 78 overall, still growing at 30 years old. The new signing, Aljo Free out of 68. I wish he would reach the 70, but you know what? This is still good. And Nathan Baxter actually went up to a 75. I think he's a huge reason we're in the championship. 29 goals and 8 assists for Daniel Benny, 21 and 1 for Charlie Kelman. He is cooking. He's been consistently scoring 20 goals every season. Sonny Perkins, 16 and 6, Jensen Ryer, 8 and 8, 5 and 6 for Jimmy Dunn. And these are the rest of the stats. Not that it matters. We are now at a race against the clock as we only have 5 seasons left to win the Champions League. If you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 300k subscribers. And we have now arrived to the championship, and we have 10 million. That is the parachute payment we wanted. But let's see what the wheel is gonna make us do. This wheel spin could determine if we're ever gonna win the Champions League or not. Something horrible here would not help us. And no, you must sell your best player. I jinxed it, man. I knew something bad would happen. And technically, our best player is Jimmy Dunn. But is it really our best player when we have Daniel Benny? Out of the 2 players, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this Jimmy Dunn. I hope that's all right. I think overall is more important than performance. But let me know down below if next time I should just do it based on performance for the next videos. And there he goes, our best player, Jimmy Dunn. He is leaving for a total of 50 million. At least we're getting a bunch of money for him. And we now have 22 million to spend on transfers. And because we're in the championship, we're now allowed to sign 4 players. So now clearly there's a huge gap here in the center back position, as we need another center back. And you know what, to be honest, one of the fullback positions, maybe the left back position is what we're gonna go for, or the right back, because this guy was in the team of the season last year. And definitely another midfielder. We could easily go for both fullbacks or both midfielders, but I want to go ahead and split it. And the first player we are signing is a huge wonder kid, and Aaron Anselmino for only 4 million. The 70 rated center back has like 81, 83 potential. The Argentinian is going to be incredible for us in the incoming seasons. And our second signing for 4.5 million, I do believe, or 4 million, I don't remember. It is Jadel Kotongo, a right back, 23 years old, from Man City, 71 overall. Hopefully still has some potential to grow and help us get into the Premier League. And for another 4 million, that is 12 million in total spent on 3 players. We have signed Franco Ume. I forgot his last name, but he is a left back coming from Crystal Palace, I think around the 72 overall mark. He had 12 months in his contract, so we got him for extremely cheap. And our final signing is probably the biggest signing we have made as of yet. It is Toby Collier from Man United. The CDM is now at a 75 overall. The future captain of this club, the man who's probably gonna lift the UCL for us for only 9.5 million. I'm not sure if I said that. It's such a bargain. And this is what our squad is looking like now. This is an incredible championship team. We could easily promote to the Premier League in the first time of asking. The only player under 70 is this McAdam guy, but a lot of these players have either some decent potential or have grown in potential because of dynamics. So let's see how they do this season. And we've reached the end of the championship season, and we just missed out on playoffs literally by 1 loss. 3 points. Oh my days, that is heartbreaking. But we got a top goal scorer, Charlie Kelman, representing Morecambe. I'm so glad we're getting people in the top 5 consistently. And once again, nobody in the team of the season, man. Come on, we need to improve. And just take a look at this amazing squad. Even this Macadam guy got to a 70, but Nathan Baxter is reaching slowly an 80 overall. Aljo Free at a 72, Anselmino at a 73. I think our defense is our weakest spot. I hope they can grow next season. But everybody over 70 is just brilliant. 17 and 1 for Charlie Kelman. Our left back getting 15 goals and 3 assists is incredible. Jensen Wire, this guy was just a nobody from Wigan, and dynamic potential is really helping him. 10 and 11 for him, 8 and 2 for Daniel Benny, 7 and 1 for Sonny Perkins. I wish he would have done better, but this squad is looking incredible. I'm excited for next season. And in season number 6, it's a disappointing 6 million. How am I supposed to prove my side with this very little money? Maybe the wheel can gift us something. And the wheel is being spun. Are we gonna get anything good to do with our transfer budget? And no, you can only sign players from Lancashire clubs. Just a little bit of background, Morecambe is from Lancashire. And as we make a signing, we're only making one, and there's only 2 clubs we could have gotten players from, and that is Blackburn Rovers and Burnley, as the rest are either not in the game or garbage, as we're signing Joe Barres from Burnley, the center mid, 71 overall, for only 5 million. It's a slight improvement. I hope he has some potential. So this is what the squad is looking like now. We only had enough for one signing. I hope we made the correct one. And the season has come to an end, and we are in the playoffs. The question is, did we go ahead and promote to the Premier League? And yes, we have. We beat Ipswich 4-1. I'm not sure why it says we won on penalties, but we're going to the Premier League for season 7. And nobody in the top 5. We had to go all the way down to 8th for our left back to be our top goal scorer with 15. But Charlie Kelman at least had 14. And we did have one player in the team of the season in Toby Collier. And this is what the squad is looking like. I think this team could survive in the Premier League, if you do ask me. All of our defense except Katongo above the rating of 75. And I mean, to be honest, the whole team above 75 except Bores as well. But we got Benny and Jensen Wire. This guy didn't even have much potential, but dynamic potential really took over. Our club 80 now. However, you know what does need to work? Our reserves and bench. Look at this. It's horrendous. We have a 49 rated player here. 20 goals. Charlie Cumming was still our top goal scorer in all competitions. Ume Chibuzi 18 and 6, 18 and 11 for Benny. Sonny Perkins 14 and 4. Jensen Wire with 13 and 12. He's really cooking, and 7 and 11 for Toby Collier. And here are the rest of the stats. We're going to the Premier League, which means we have 3 seasons to win the UCL. And to kick off season number 7, we do have 35 million. It is a lot more money than we usually get, but I wish we had more. And we have spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. Give us something good for our first year in the Premier League. You have been taking over. Add 100 million to the budget. Oh my days, that is the best one we probably could have gotten for this season. And we now have 135 million, and because we're in the Premier League, we can now make a maximum of 5 signings. But like I said, we do need squad depth, so what we're gonna do is sign 5 players, how many we can afford to replace some of these players while they move down to the bench. And the first signing we have made is arguably the most important position in a career mode save is Aguirre Zabala, who was at Wolves for 40 million at an 84 overall. We need a great goalkeeper in order to qualify for the Champions League, and I think he's the guy. And for 37 million, we have improved our striker position with Alvaro. He's an ex-Real Madrid player. He was at Newcastle. He's an 83 overall. I'm not sure how much potential he has in this game, but he probably has outgrown it. The Uruguayan is going to be our new starting striker. And for 34 million, we have made our final signing because we have no money left. We have signed Sebastian Boselli, an 83 overall center back who was playing at Everton. We have improved the goalkeeper, our center back position, and our striker position, and also our squad depth. And this is what the squad is looking like now. With the signings, we've turned them from a mid-table team to a team that could compete for Europe this season, with our biggest weakness being our center mid position. And we have finished the season in 7th. I think that's European football. I think that's Conference League football. And we were literally only 3 points off the Champions League place. We were so close to qualifying. And once again, nobody in the top 5. I hope next season we do get somebody. But once again, our top goal scorer is Franco Ume Chibuzi, the left back. He is cooking, but also new signing Alvaro scored 13. And that's Newcastle win the Premier League of all people. Oscar Gloku, the top goal scorer, won the player of the season. And we did get Toby Collier and Katongo in the team of the season. We will take that for our first season here. And this is what the squad is looking like. Everybody is looking incredible. Anselmino has just hit 80. Katongo is approaching. So is Sonny Perkins. And so is Barres. And everybody else is above 81. Benny has really slowed down since we got to the championship though. But even the likes of Charlie Kelman and Aljo Free are growing from the bench as well. And it seems like it was a low goal scoring season for the club. 15 goals from Ume, of course we know that. So 13 with Alvaro. Charlie Kelman with 9. Sonny Perkins with 7. Benny with 7. And Jensen Wire with 4 and 1. Maybe we need to improve our wingers at this point. And at the start of season number 8, of course, we only have 22 million. Last time we only got money because of the wheel. And we are hitting dangerous territories. If we get something bad, we probably won't be able to sign anybody that would improve our team. And the wheel is going to give us a 50% transfer budget increase. So that means we take half of our current budget and add it onto our budget, which means we have 33 million to spend now. And now 33 million isn't a lot of money. We're only going to be able to sign maybe 1 or 2 players. Let's see if we can find anybody. And for 25 million, that is basically all of our budget. We're only going to sign this guy. It's Rak Sakai, the ex-Crystal Palace player, now playing at Bournemouth, 81 overall at 28 years old. Sonny Perkins was the more underwhelming winger throughout his entire history with Morecambe. So I'm going ahead and replace them. So this is what the squad is looking like. I hope we can at least qualify for the Europa League to set us up for our last season try of winning the Champions League. And we have won the Premier League in Season 8. How do we climb from 7th to 1st place? But we've won by 20 points. But we also won our first European trophy in winning the Conference League 2-0 against Inter. And it seems like Alvaro needed one season of preparation as he tied for the Golden Boot with Dusan Vlahovic. And there it is. We are Premier League winners as Vlahovic got player of the season. Makes sense. And we have so many players in the team of the season. Alvaro, Barres, Raksakai, the new signing. Benny maybe made a comeback this season. Boselli and Kotongo. As the best keeper was ours. I don't know why he's not in the team of the season. And this is what our team is looking like. Man, this left back, Ume Chubeze, 86 overall. He's like the 3rd highest rated in our team. He's a monster. But everybody's above 80 now. Kotongo really has let us down. Hasn't really grown too much. But the rest of the squad improving. Anselmino at an 85. Boselli 86. And 36 and 10 for Alvaro. Rex Saikai, I knew we made the correct decision here. 26 and 9. 20 for Benny. Really made his comeback after I said he's been disappointing. 11 and 9 for Barres. Charlie Kalman still with 9 goals. Still providing from the bench. 7 and 20 for Ume Chubeze. I think this guy has been the best player we have signed. Toby Collier, 5 and 10. 5 and 2 for Jensen Wire. And 5 and 1 for Perkins. And here are the rest of this team stats. That means we now have 2 seasons to win the Champions League. And with that Premier League win, we now have 69 million to spend on transfers. But let's see what the wheel gives us for potentially our last season. The wheel has been spun. There's still a couple things left on here. We can't do all of them, but sign a Northern Irish, Scottish, or Welsh international. So doesn't really matter. This is a pretty cool one. And for 44 million, to be honest, the only signing we're making, we have signed Northern Ireland, Connor Bradley, the right back. Kotongo is the weakest man on our side. I think this is a perfect improvement. Now at an 84 overall, 28 years old, he could be the reason why we win the Champions League this season. And the squad is looking as strong as ever. Let's see if we can get to a Champions League final. And at the end of the season, we have won back-to-back Premier League titles. That means if we're not in the Champions League final by any chance right now, we have one more season. But we also won the Community Shield. Let's see how many trophies we won. Did we win the FA Cup? No, we did not. Did we win the Carabao? No, we did not. But in the Champions League, we did finish in 2nd place, which is good. That means we went automatically to the round of 16 where we beat or lost to PSG only by 2 goals in aggregates. That was a close one. But how about the quarterfinals? Did we beat them or lose? And we beat Real Madrid 1-0 in aggregates. Oh my days. In the semis, did we make it to the final? And yes, we did. We destroyed Barca 3-0, and we're facing Atalanta of all teams in the UCL final. But before we get to the UCL final, these are the stats. 21 and 6 was our top goal scorer. 17 and 11 again. Franco Umechebuze, he's incredible. Daniel Benny with 16 and 1. Charlie Kelman with 15 goals off the bench is actually incredible. 13 and 11 for Alvaro. 9 and 3 for Sonny Perkins. Barres with 7 and 10. And these are the rest of the stats. It's time to go to the UCL. But here is the squad. 89 for Alvaro, 90 overall for Aguirre Zabala, 87 for Ume Chigueze, Anselmino with an 87, Boselli with an 88. Our squad is absolutely insane. But it's now time for the UCL final. We're playing against Atalanta. Can we go ahead and win the worst team in English football, the Champions League? I am so excited to use this team as I've not used them once yet. But here come Atalanta as Maximilian Bayer, but it's a great tackle from Anselmino. And now it's Toby Collier, the captain, on the ball. Can we find somebody to send a through ball to? We give it to Raksakai. And here we come on the counter-attack into Jensen Wire, the man who came from nothing, from Wigan Athletic with a shot. And it goes wide. This close to taking the lead. And now it's Maximilian Bayer on the ball, on the run. This has to be a goal. 1v1 against our keeper, Zabalaga, and it goes in. We go 1-0 down to Atalanta. This is not good. We did not make it this far just to lose. And now it's Barres on the ball. Gives it into Raksakai. Raksakai with a through ball. Into Daniel Benny. Into Alvaro. Takes a touch. Has a shot. And it goes in. Let's go. We have equalized straight away from conceding. Alvaro has made it 1-1. And now it's Montoro with a through ball into Giove. And here come Atalanta looking to make it 2-1. They give it into Charles Necatelare with a shot. Great save from our keeper. Get the follow-up. Let's go. He does it again. And now it's Barres on the counter-attack. Here we go. It's Daniel Benny on the ball, waiting for the run of our left back. Maybe that's why he's been scoring so much. He gives it into Alvaro. Alvaro with a through ball into Ume Chibueze. Gives it into Jensen Wire. Through ball into Alvaro, who gets it back into Jensen Wire. Through ball into Daniel Benny. Daniel Benny with a shot. And it goes wide. Almost 2-1 up. And now it's Kulusevski on the ball. Here comes Atalanta down the right wing. Looking to take the lead here. It's a through ball to Decatelare with the cross in. Can they find Chris Rigg? Takes a touch. Gives it. Oh, Anselmino wins it back. And here we go on the counter. It's Jensen Wire on the ball. The man from Wigan Athletic. Here he comes through ball all the way into Alvaro. Alvaro holds the ball, looking for a through ball here. He finds Rack Sakai on the ball. Rack Sakai gives it back into Alvaro, looking for a second to make it 2-1. He finishes and it goes in. We have taken the lead. This team's chemistry is undeniable. 2-1 right before halftime. And now it's Chris Rigg on the ball, gives it into Maximilian Bayer. Here he comes, looking to equalize in the 83rd minute for Atalanta. Great tackle from Marcelino. He blocks it, and now it's Harvey Elliott with a shot, and it goes in the 84th minute. Have we bottled this game? 6 minutes left to go. We might go to extra time. And we defended our hearts out in extra time. Nothing happened. We're going to penalties. Oh my days, man. I do not want to lose in pens. And it's Chris Rigg to take the first penalty for Atalanta as he goes to the left and he hits the post. Rack Sakai, give us the lead here. Make it 1-0. And no, Tropin makes a save. That's not good. And now it's the Catalare. Goes to the left. He hits the post, but this time it goes in. And now it's Alvaro to take the next penalty. Where's he gonna go? He chips it down the middle. It goes in. Cool as day for Alvaro. And now it's Maximilian Bayer. Scored a goal, I believe, in this game. He goes to the right. And we make the save. Let's go. Ume Chibuze, who is our best player. And no, he goes to the left and misses. And now it's Mbaye. Mbaye goes to the left. And no, our keeper just misses. Come on, man. Benny, you cannot miss this. You have been a legend for us here at Morecambe. He goes to the right. It's saved, man. If Atalanta score this, Kulusevski will make them UCL winners. He goes to the middle. Let's go. We make the save. We need to score this, though, in order to stay alive here. Anselmino from Chelsea to put this into the back of the net, please. He goes to the right-hand side. He puts it in. We're still in for the running here. And now it's Harvey Elliott to take the next penalty. He goes to the right-hand side. We make the save. And Toby Collier, our captain, scores this. We will be UCL winners. From the worst team to the best team in the world. Collier chips it down the middle. Cool. As eyes. Toby Collier wins us the Champions League. Let's go. And Toby Collier lifts the Champions League. We have won the UCL with the worst team in England. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the screen to watch Prime Ronaldo Jr. in the worst team.